Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Just give me 1 second because it seems we have a problem streaming to Facebook. So I've just got to sort things out. So bear with me a second. There's always something with technology, isn't there? Always something. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all had a great week and a great bank holiday weekend. Excuse my meowing of the cat. Hi, Christine. Hi, Lois. Hi, Prachi. Hi, Goody. Hope you're all well. I'm doing very well. Thank you, Christine. I hope you are as well. I've got the hiccups. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Brolic. Hello to everybody. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can get this streaming to Facebook. Let's have a look. God, itchy nose. Oh, you've got the hiccups as well, Goody. I'm wondering if I'm tuning into you then, because I just had about 3 hiccups and then it stopped. So let me have a look, see if we are. Chip, please be quiet. My dog's been very vocal today. No, it seems like we're having trouble on Facebook. Oh, dear. Dear. Okay, let me message Veronica and see if she can fix it, and then I will be with you. Sorry about this, guys. Like I say, just bear with me 1 second. Hi, Cornelia. Hope you're well. Can you take the dog upstairs, please? Right. Now the dog's out my way. Messaged Veronica to let her know we're having problems with Facebook. So if you know anybody that wants to watch on Facebook, please share the YouTube link and get them to come over to YouTube. Okay. Oh, he's pug cross Jack Russell, but he's mostly pug, and he's 6 years old, and he's been very vocal today. My partner's just got back from London, so he's been a bit of a fuss pot. But yeah, he's good. But he's upstairs with my daughter now, so I can concentrate on you lovely people. So welcome to everybody. Thank you for holding space for me this evening, and thank you for supporting Universal Spiritualism. It is very much appreciated. Today I will be giving card readings, and I will be using my Witch's Kitchen cards. Now these are all things like herbs and spices and all the good fruit stuff. And I thought I'd use these today because I feel like we all need some natural healing with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. Yes, I know you're on YouTube, Cornelia. I can see that. I'm saying if you know anybody who's watching on Facebook, tell them that we're having problems on Facebook, and we're only streaming to YouTube at the moment. All right, so let's see who's first. Goody, I'm going to come to you because you was highlighted with the hiccups, and I got 3 hiccups, and then I stopped, and then when I mentioned it, you said you had the hiccups. So let's see what card comes out for you. Now, I do work psychically with the cards. But I also work spiritually with my spirit team and your loved ones in spirit. Now, sometimes they will pop in, sometimes they won't. If they do pop in, I will let you know. But otherwise, it will be psychic readings. Intuitive card readings, I call them, because I don't use the book. I don't read from the book. I go with my own intuition and I go with what my guide is telling me, okay? Okay, so goody. Let's see what herbs or spice the world universe wants to give you today. Okay, let's have a look. Basil. Funny, I've just had some basil. Basil is a very subtle flavour, but it's got a very powerful punch, if that makes sense. It's very subtle, but it's also very strong. And this is about reconciliation. So you would understand a situation at the moment that requires you to reconcile with somebody or with people, or there's some sort of misunderstanding that needs highlighting and needs to be worded in a way that can't be misunderstood. Does that make sense? It's almost like what you're trying to say is coming from a good place, but the way that you're saying it is coming across and the meaning is being taken very wrong and it's been very misunderstood. So I feel there's a little bit of talking needed and a little bit of communication in order an explanation to be able to clear up this misunderstanding, so the person knows or the people know that where you're coming from was a good place. You didn't mean it the way they took it, but it's just the way it came out. So maybe find another way of putting it, maybe find different words or a different way of saying it. Okay, my darling. Now I'm seeing lots of green, so I do know that there is support around you, and I'm seeing the little white orbs as well, so I do know spirit are trying to help you find the right words and to help with this reconciliation, because I feel that this to-ing and fro-ing has been going on for some time, and it's almost like I'm drowning on my words. My mouth is getting very salivated, I want to say. So it's almost like I want to spit my words out. But what I want to say to you is don't spit them out. Don't say anything out of anger. Think about what it is you want to say. Think about what the message is that you want to put across and how you want to put it across. Okay, my darling. It's about patience. It's about finding the right words. And it's about having a sense of empathy, I want to say as well. I do know you're a very empathic person and you do take on other people's feelings on board. So it, rather than it being a kind of firm kick up the bum, I want to say, it needs to be more of a gentle persuasion. Does that make sense, my darling? Okay, so whatever this situation is, it needs some gentle persuasion, it needs patience, and it needs careful wording. All right, my darling. Now, basil is used in things like soups and stews and that traditional home cooking. And I want to bring that in for you because I do feel that you're not eating properly at the moment. So I want to give you all that home cooked food. I want to give you that warmth of the basil that packs a punch in the soups and the pastas and all them kind of dishes. But I want to bring that sense of warmth through as well. So I do feel this is, if it's not family, it's definitely a close friendship circle, because I'm feeling the warmth and I'm feeling the support and I'm feeling the love. But it's all there, okay? And this basil is growing in the soil. It's growing abundantly and it's thriving and it's hydrated and it's being well fed, okay? You've been cooking better. Brilliant. That's really good news. So keep doing that cooking. And whenever you feel that you need that warmth and you need that sense of empathy and you need that gentle but strong way forward with things. Put a bit of basil in your soups, put a bit of basil in your stew, put a bit of basil. I mean, I've had it with mashed potato today, and nice, yum yums. But yeah, just use the basil to give you that sense of patience and understanding, and to help you find the right words. Okay, my darling. You can either use fresh basil or dried basil. Fresh basil is always better because it's got all the toxins in it, it's got all the good stuff in it, and it's straight from the ground, and it's fresh, and it's provided by Mother Nature. And dried basil obviously is from the original basil, but even though I use a lot of dried herbs, I prefer using the natural stuff because I know it's come straight from Mother Earth. So keep yourself grounded as well, my darling, okay? All right, I hope that helps you. And I'll say thank you for working with me. It is with my mother-in-law who can take every word into some. Okay. So yeah, so you need to find a way of gentle persuasion rather than spitting your words out in anger. Okay, my darling? Hi, Davy. Hope you're well. Let's see if we can get this back up and running. Dooba-dooba-doo, the Wheel of Doom. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yay! Okay. Let's see if this works. It should work with any luck now. It must have been a glitch on Facebook's end. Normally is, isn't it? Just bear with me 1 second, guys, while I share this out. And bibbidi bobbidi boo. Whoa, 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 it's magic, you know. Yes, and we've succeeded in sharing to Facebook. So, yay, there we are, people. Welcome, Facebookers. Sorry you're late to the show, but it wouldn't share and it wouldn't stream to Facebook. I've had to wait a bit. So welcome, Andrea and Karen and everybody that's joining from Facebook. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's next. Okay. Lois, can I come to you, my darling? Lois Blackford. Let's see what the cards have for you today. Oh, you love that song, do you? Bless your heart. Okay, let's have a look for you, Lois. I was drawn to your name, and I know you've probably heard this before, but I had Lois Lane from Superman in my head. So I don't know if you're in a relationship or if you're looking for a man, but I'm being drawn to Superman. So there's either a male around you that's literally been a Superman and been there for you and kind of supported you through all your troubles, or you're a big fan of the film. But either way, it's saying to be your own hero. Be the hero in your own story. Don't let other people write your story for you. So this tells me that just of lately, I kind of feel with your energy that you've been a little bit of a people pleaser. You've not kind of been in the mood to do things, or you've not wanted to do things, or you've not had the energy to do things, but you keep saying yes, 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 instead of no, no, no. And I want to say this is because you don't want to let anybody down, and you don't want to seem like you're being selfish in saying no, because you need some downtime for yourself, or you need to do what you need to do for yourself. But I do feel that there are people putting on you at the moment, and you need to start resetting your boundaries, and you need to start grounding yourself and saying, look, I'd love to help, but right now I can't. I need to do this for me, or I need some downtime, or I need to take some time for myself to do what I need to do. It's okay to say no to people, okay? If you don't want to outright say no, just say, I can't do it right now, but I can help you such and such a time, or I can help you later on, but right now I need to do this for me. You can take everything. Okay, that's good. So I've been given aloe vera for yourself. Now, we all know what aloe vera is. Look at that beautiful plant there. So aloe vera, you can eat, you can drink, you can use in oils, you can use in creams, and it's a healing plant. So I feel at the moment that you need healing on every level, mentally, spiritually, physically healing. And it helps with bruises. So I do feel like with your energy, you feel battered and bruised at the minute. But this helps bring the bruises out. Okay. So what I want to say to you is get some aloe vera, either in a drink, which I can drink it, but it's not all that. But I tend to use aloe vera as a cream, as a moisturizing cream, and to help ease bruises as well. But again, it's full of abundance. It's in the soil. It's growing really, really well. So I want to say, even though you've done a lot of self-healing, yeah, I had to reset everything, Christine. Sorry about that, my darling, but welcome back. But yeah, this is all about self-healing, my darling. You need to take time out for yourself. You need to pamper yourself a little bit, and you need self-healing. Give me 1 second, because now my cat's starting. I'm ever so sorry, people. Do you know what? Every time I'm on a live, this happens. Go. Do you know, life is full of distractions today. I do apologise. Right. So yeah, this is all about self-healing and making sure that you have time out for yourself. Okay, my darling? It's really, really important. Lost your dad in April, but trying to rewire and become the new me in personal life too. Yeah, exactly. And this is why I brought in the Superman, because this is all about you being your own hero. And you can't try and be yourself and go through the feelings that grief brings, while everybody else is putting on you and trying to tell you. I feel like the people that are around you, that are supporting you, it's all coming from a good place, but they don't understand that you need to find your own way to deal with your own grief, and it's your journey, and you have to go through it by yourself. Not by yourself, but for yourself, if that makes sense. Because I'm hearing that sort of people saying, you've got to keep your chin up, don't be so sad, he wouldn't want you to be sad, he wouldn't want you to be this. But it's important that you acknowledge the feelings that come along with grief. You've got to go through them stages in order to heal, and in order for that grief, because you don't get over grief. It becomes a part of you. It changes you. It becomes a part of you. And you need to be able to wear it comfortably in your own way, in your own style, without anybody else telling you how you should be, what you should be doing, etc., etc. You've heard all those words. I bet you have, my darling. This is what I'm picking up. So But there is one person, again, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but there is a male around you that is supporting you. And I feel like I'm his mouthpiece at the moment. I feel like this gentleman has been telling you this as well. And this gentleman had your best interests at heart. And he's even saying you need to tell people to back off. He's been a lot more strict with it than I am. I don't know if you understand who this gentleman is. This is on the earth plane. So this is somebody, you know, whether it's a boyfriend or a husband, or whether it's just a close friend. But I do feel that this friend is also really concerned about the way other people are being with you at the minute, and how they're not leaving you to figure it out for yourself, and letting you deal with things in your own way and in your own time. All right, my darling. So get some aloe vera, and when you smell it and when you rub it on your skin, just close your eyes and go into a sort of meditation and ask the angels for that healing and for that strength, and for that courage to speak your truth and to basically tell people to let you do it your way. Okay, my darling? I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. What cards am I using, Kristen? I am using my Witch's Kitchen cards. And these are by Barbara, I can't even pronounce her last name, and Flavia Kate Peters. They're beautiful cards. They're part of a set. They're part of the Witches set. You're very welcome, Lois. I hope that helps. Good morning from New Zealand. Hi. Hi, Bernadette. Welcome to everybody on Facebook. Sorry you're late to the show, but for some reason it wouldn't stream until I tried it again. The kitty wants to help. The kitty, that kitty wants a lot of things, believe me. That's Domino. He wanted to go out. He's an outdoor cat. And he would have just meowed and meowed and meowed until I let him out. That's why I had to get up and let him out. It's like a zoo in here, honestly. We've got kittens, we've got cats, we've got a dog, and we've got a tortoise. It's like Animal Bleeding Farm. Okay. Let's have a look. Caroline, Michelle. Hope you're well, everybody. I hope you're well. Bernadette Connolly, let's come to you, my darling. Tracy Majors in London. My partner's just got back from London. I'm up north. I'm in the East Midlands. I'm between Doncaster and Worksop. So I'm on the North Nottinghamshire, South Yorkshire border. Oh, here we go. Let's shuffle them again. That wasn't very good, was it? Okay, Bernadette. Oh, I'm feeling quite hot as I connect in with your energy. I feel, now I don't know how old you are, and I don't want to get personal, and please feel, if you don't want to answer it on here, that's fine. But I feel like I'm going through the menopause. I've just had a really hot flush. I feel really hot flush. I feel really sweaty, really clammy. It's not necessarily sweaty, but really clammy. I know it's been warm and we've had the ouch. I know we've had the hot weather, but this is to do with hormones. I feel like I've got a hormonal thing going on. Let me know if that resonates with you, Bernadette, please. You're menopausal. I am feeling it, girl. You are suffering. I'm feeling the clamminess. I'm feeling the heat. I feel like I'm in the tropics. Now, I don't know if you've started any HRT or anything of that nature. Yeah, I can feel it, my darling. You really are suffering. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but if you really are struggling this much, maybe it's time to go and have a word with your GP. to see if you can calm things down a little bit and ease the symptoms, if you like. But yeah, I'm feeling quite hot, and I'm feeling quite agitated as well. Whereas before, I feel like you could laugh things off and you kind of took the mickey out of yourself a little bit and you had fun with it. Now it's getting to the point where it's frustrating and it's irritating you, and it's just, yeah, no, it's not funny anymore. Yeah, I feel that, my sweetheart. Bless your heart. I will send you lots of love and healing. Let me see what the cards say for you. It's going to get better, my darling. You've got parsley. Parsley is fresh. It's got a fresh flavour to it. It's got just everything about it is freshness and brightness. And I wouldn't say it's a warm herb. It's not got that warmth to it, but it is very just fresh. But you know what I mean by that. So I won't say there's things that need freshening up around you. Agitated for sure, yeah. You need things freshening up, my darling. So I want a fresh outlook. I want a fresh body. I want a fresh mental attitude. I don't want to feel like this anymore. This is what I'm picking up with you. You don't want to feel like this anymore. And it's draining you, trying to be trying to be positive all the time while everything negative is going against you, or so it feels. And this is what I want to say to you. Maybe you need to go and consult with a GP or a nurse practitioner or something to try and calm this down, and maybe get a fresh outlook on what's going on with your body. Because I really feel this is getting quite, like I said, frustrating and agitating. All right, my darling. So get some parsley in. I'm sure if you Google what other herbs help the menopause symptoms, it will bring up some other fresh herbs that you can use in cooking. We all know parsley is used for fish, particularly white fish, I want to say. So I want to say there's some omega-3 needed as well, and there's definitely some healthier eating needed. I'm also getting broccoli for yourself, which is rich in iron. But yeah, definitely get some, but it will get better, my darling. I know it says death there, but death means the ending of things. So I know you probably feel like death at the moment. You've got a blood test lined up. That's brilliant. That will sort everything out and tell you what's going on and tell you what it is that your body needs. So don't be surprised if it comes back with you needing some iron or some sort of vitamin to boost you up a little bit. Okay, my darling? You've been looking at alternative medicine. Well, there you go. Start with the parsley. When you're looking at alternative medicine, just please make sure you research. There are reputable herbologists out there, and reputable, what's the word? I can't think of the word. But those that deal in alternative medicine, make sure they're qualified. Make sure you do need iron. Yeah, that'll help with the fatigue, and that will also help with the menopausal symptoms as well. Because a lack of iron can also affect your mental health and your way of thinking. It changes the way you think, and it can lead to negative feelings and emotions. So again, once you've had this blood test, my darling, everything should sort itself out. Okay, you will find out what's going on, and you will find out what your body needs, and you'll be able to go from there. All right, my darling. Make sure you speak to a reputable person, a licensed person, because there are some herbs that may do more harm than good, and there's certain things you can't take. I know you said you're menopausal, but there are, just for the purpose of the chat, there are some herbs you can't take while you're pregnant, and there's some herbs that counteract normal medication. So it's okay to use it as a complementary medicine alongside your GP's recommended medication. Please don't mix and match without speaking to your GP first, okay? It's really, really important. All right, so I'll leave that with you, my darling, and I'll say thank you for working with me, and I hope you feel better soon, my darling. All right, okay, let's see. We are streaming to YouTube and Facebook, so YouTubers, make sure you comment, because at the minute all I'm seeing is Facebookers. So if you're on YouTube and you would like reading, please comment. Otherwise, I can't say your name. Davy Jones, watching on YouTube. Let's have a look. I do try and keep it equal between Facebook and YouTube so nobody misses out. So yeah, just keep commenting. Jamie, watching on YouTube. Let's have a look, my darling. Congratulations on your anniversary, by the way. Okay, let's have a look. It's nice to see some gentlemen on here tonight, Wayne and Davey. It's not often we get gentlemen join us. Okay, Jamie. What does Jamie... Oh, I say... Okay, I'm going to go with the first one that popped up, because 3 flew out then. But I'm going to go with the first one that popped up. Courage, my darling. Have the courage of your convictions. You've got time. Time as in the herb, time. Beautiful herb. Very perfumed. Again, it's used with things like white meat, pastas, stews, soups, because it's got that warm, subtle flavour as well. So I want to say there's been lots of warmth with you at the moment, Jamie. You're very welcome. Am I with... Oh, hang on. Am I with Jamie? Yeah, I'm with Jamie. Why has it gone on to Davey? That's odd. Davey, don't go anywhere, because I have a funny feeling you're going to be next, my darling. Okay, Jamie, time. So I want to say, with yourself, there's lots of warmth around you. There's lots of peace around you. Time is I find time to be a very calming herb, a very warming herb. And it brings things, it brings flavors to life. It gently awakens the flavors of whatever it is that you're using for. But I do know there's lots of love around you. I won't pretend to be psychic, because I know you've just had your anniversary, and I know you've just had an amazing time, you and your other half together, because I've seen it on Facebook. So, you know, putting it out there. But on a psychic level, everything is falling into place for you. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting goosebumps. So you've got the people, your loved ones in spirit, shining down on you as well. You've got people around you, surrounding you with lots of love, and everybody is happy that you're happy, because it's been a long time coming, my darling, I want to say. Now I'm seeing the time in a liquid form. So I'm not sure if you can drink it as a tea, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a teapot with liquid time in it. But this is about having the courage of your convictions. And I feel like there's decisions that you need to make. Now, I feel this is with career. I feel there's either a decision to be made whether to move up or whether to change jobs, but there's some decision that you're needing to make to do with change. And I want to say, have the courage to do it. Have the courage to move forward. Change can be scary. It can be risky. You're changing jobs. I had a feeling it was around career, but whatever this is, you need to have the courage to move forward. Okay, have the courage to go for it. You have a lack of confidence and you doubt yourself, and there's no need to doubt yourself. I'm being told you are perfectly capable of moving forward. You've just got to have the courage to jump over that fear factor. Does that make sense? And I want to grab it with both hands. I want to grab this opportunity with both hands, because it doesn't come around very often, and this may be the only chance that you get. Okay, so whatever this is, grab it with both hands, have the courage to move forward, and know that you are capable of it. Believe that you are capable of doing it. Okay, my darling. So if there's any doubt around this, put some time in your cooking. Do a roast chicken, put some rosemary and thyme on it. Meditate as it's cooking, as you're eating it, and ask for the courage to move forward. Okay, because you can do this. You are stronger than what you think you are. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Davy Jones, yes, you're next. I don't know what happened there. I couldn't see. You're very welcome, Jamie. I hope that helps. Davy, let's have a look. I'll be coming to you Facebookers next, so don't go anywhere. Okay. Let's have a look. Card for Davy, please. Now, Davy, I know that you are very spiritually minded. Oh, what was that? And I've just had a gentleman from Spirit come forward. He's literally just flashed his face in front of me. That was a very strange way of doing things. I've never had that before. I didn't even get a look at him. He was very quick. It was almost like he wanted me to see him, but he didn't want me to see him. So I feel that this gentleman was Dad, because he's coming very, very close. Would you understand Dad in the world of spirit, please, Davy? He's literally just jumped right in front of my face for me to be able to see him. Yes, you'd understand Dad in spirit. Thank you, my darling. Okay, so as I saw him, he had sort of like I want to say a square jaw. Would you understand Dad having a square jaw? He's got like a round face, and then he's got like a square jaw, but he's very defined. He's got very strong bones, very strong featured bones, I want to say. You wouldn't be able to mistake him for anybody else. If you saw him walking down the street, you'd know exactly who he was. And I want to say, while he was on the earth plane, everybody knew who he was. He was a member of the community. He was well respected. He was well liked. Even though I feel he wasn't he had a little bit of social anxiety, so he was very wary of people until he got to know them, and he had very good instincts when it came to people. He would know within minutes or seconds if somebody could be trusted or not. And he was always there if anybody was in trouble, or if anybody needed a hand with anything and they couldn't manage themselves. He would be the first person to offer a hand. Yeah. And I'm getting this. Now, I don't know if he wore a flat cap, but when he popped up, I saw the flat cap. Now, a flat cap for me, my granddad used to wear a flat cap, and he was a Yorkshireman. So I know you, is it? Yeah, no, it's not you. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting confused now. Yes, the flat cap. No cap. Okay, so why is he giving me a flat cap? Do you know somebody around you that wears a flat cap? because I'm seeing this case. He's tipping his cap. He's tipping a cap. And the only time I see a cap is when there's... Would you understand links to Yorkshire? Or would you know of a Yorkshireman? Or would your dad know of Yorkshiremen? I'm not trying to make it fit, but this is what I get. When I get a cap, it takes me straight to Yorkshire. So it could be symbolic. You have a cap. Okay. I knew there was something about this cap, but he's showing me wearing this cap. So, okay, why are you showing me wearing the cap if he doesn't wear it? Keep your head. He's saying keep your head. It's to keep your head cool. Ah, okay. You used to go to auctions. Ah, okay. Right, no, he's saying you've got to keep a cool head. What he's showing me you wearing this cap to keep the sun off your head. Now, I don't know what you look like in real life, but he's drawing me to the fact that I've got very little hair on my head. I don't know if this is with you or with him, but I'm feeling like there's very little hair on your head. And when the sun gets to your head, it almost gives your scalp sunburn. So I don't feel you have a thick head of hair, Davey. Or this is what he's showing me, but he's saying you need to keep a cool head. So again, there's something going on around you at the moment that's getting you quite agitated and quite irritated. You have a short temper. That's why he's saying keep a cool head, because there's something around you at the moment that's really grating on you, and it's really riling you up, and it's almost to the point where I feel my blood boiling. Your hair is thinning. Maybe he's taking the mickey. Maybe he's taking the mickey and saying you're going to need that cap, mate, to keep your cool head, to keep that sun off your head. Bless his heart. So I think it's a little bit of a serious message mixed in with a little bit of comedy there, because he'd be the first one to take the mickey. Yes, he was boiling up today. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like my blood's boiling. But he's saying keep a cool head, okay, my darling? Whatever this situation is, you've got to keep your temper down, and you've got to think about things from a different perspective, okay? Don't look at things from a place of anger or from a place of frustration or from a place of impatience, because he's saying nothing will get sorted out if you go at it like a bull in a china shop. And as I'm saying that, I don't know if you're a Taurus or if he was a Taurus, but there's something to do with the Taurian digging their heels in, being stubborn and going at it like a bull in a china shop, opening the mouth before thinking things through. And this is what he wants you to do. He wants you to think things through, keep a cool head, and look at things from all angles and from a higher perspective. Does that make sense, my darling? Let's see what herb he gives you, because he's drawing me to the cards now. Oh, and he's making fun of me, because he's just made me turn my cards the wrong way around and upside down. He's getting me all muddled up, bless him. He's having a bit of a giggle with me, this gentleman, isn't he? And I feel your dad would have done that in life. I feel like he would have been the first person to take the mickey out of any situation. Like if you came to him in a down mood and you had all these woes, like if you was drinking at bar and saying, oh, this, that and the other's happened and I don't know what to do about this, and he'd be the first one to crack a joke about whatever it was that you was moaning about, just to try and lighten the mood and bring a smile to your face, I feel. And I don't feel he was a big drinker, but I do feel he liked a pint now and again. Does that make sense, Davey? Dad liking a pint now and again. Let's see. Relax. Yep, you've got chamomile, my darling. And chamomile, as we all know, especially chamomile tea, is for relaxation, and it's to breathe, to wind the body down, to ease the mental overthinking, and to just settle the spirit in general. Yes, he likes to drink. Okay, thank you for that confirmation. But yeah, so he's telling you to relax, to keep the cool head, not to be so impatient, and look at things from a different perspective. Okay, so whatever was making you riled up today, make sure you think about things before you broach it. Okay, it seems to be the theme tonight. You've just got to be careful with your words, careful how you handle things, and make sure you've got all your facts. I want to say now, they look like daisies, so I'm being taken to May again, which is a Taurian month. I don't know if you're the Taurian, if your dad's a Taurian, or if there's a Taurian in the family, but there's definitely something about the Taurian, and it's May. Okay. Yeah, so happy days, my darling. Okay, so just relax, take it steady, don't get too stressed, and keep that temper. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Wayne, let's come to you. He passed away in May. Oh, bless him. Well, thank you for that confirmation. But like I said, I knew May was important. You're very welcome, my darling. He sends you all his love, by the way. He wouldn't have said that on Earth. I feel he wasn't one for being. He's saying he's not one for being an emotional sap. That's one way of putting it. Okay, my darling, but he's sending all his love with you, and he's watching surroundings, and like I say, he wants you to keep that temper. All right, my darling, I'll leave all his love with you, and I'll say thank you to him, and thank you to you for working with me. Okay, Wayne, hello, my darling, how are you? Did you say you're in Doncaster on Saturday? Are you coming down for? Oh no, that's not this week, is it? I was going to say you're coming down for St. Ledger, but that's not till the 11th, is it? 11th to the 14th of September. Okay. Let's have a look. Wayne, why haven't you been sleeping, my sweetheart? I feel like you've had problems sleeping, and I feel like the weather hasn't helped, because I'm feeling quite hot with yourself. But I feel weary. I feel weary of life at the moment. I feel like I'm going like a Formula One racing car, but getting nowhere fast. Does that make sense, my sweetheart? Oh, bless you, Namira. I'll send you some healing, my darling. I hope you feel better soon. Yes, you understand that. Thank you for that, Wayne. Okay, let's see. I've also got very itchy eye on my left side. So I don't know if you've been having eyesight problems, or you have a problem with an eye. But it feels quite itchy, quite dry, and quite sore. I almost feel like there's like a sty, like a small sty starting that's making it irritated. You can't sleep. Okay, my sweetheart. This is because you can't switch off. You've got several things going through your mind, several worries going through your mind at the moment. Now, I'm not going to put it on a public forum, but I do know there's worries over finances, and that's all I'm going to say on that subject. Okay? Because we are on a public forum, and it's not anybody else's business. But what I want to say to you is, my darling, just do what you can do to make things easier as much as you can, but don't make yourself suffer. Does that make sense? Don't put yourself in a position where, let me see how I can put this in a diplomatic way. Just don't put yourself in a more difficult position than what you're already in, is what I want to say. And you'd understand what I mean by that. Let's see what the cards say. Things will get better, my darling, I'm being told. Things are going to get better. It's just going to take time. And it's going to take cutbacks. Okay. Let's have a look. Purpose. Now, I don't know if job security is an issue, but purpose for me is exactly what it says. It's about finding your purpose and finding a way around things and yeah, just to help you get out of this weary feeling, to help you get out of this stagnant feeling, I want to say. I feel like you feel a bit stuck at the moment, okay? So even if you can't, I want to say if you can't find employment at the moment, I don't know if you are employed, but if you can't find employment at the moment, look at doing something voluntary, okay? Look at doing something that will make you feel like you're helping the community or helping those around you. I do already know that you are working towards working with spirit. But for some reason, I feel like this isn't enough. I feel like you've got a space missing. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, so I feel like I need to be doing something helpful. Okay, so like I say, if you're not working at the moment, maybe think about doing something voluntary. Not only will it give you a sense of purpose, but it will make you feel useful. It'll make you feel part of the community again, and it will look good on the CV as well if you're looking for work, or even if you're looking for a different job, it'll look good on the CV as well. Okay, you've got your own business. Maybe. Okay, so if you've got your own business, why am I feeling stagnant with you? Why do I feel like I feel like something's missing? So what I want to say to you is maybe, yeah, do some voluntary work, either alongside with it or, yeah, just step back from it a little bit and do some voluntary work, or use your business to help the community. Use your business contacts and whatever it is your business is, find a way to help the community, to give you a better sense of purpose, to make it feel like you're doing something good and something useful. Okay, my darling. Yeah, I kind of feel it's not good at the moment. It needs fresh energy. It needs fresh energy to bring you that sense of purpose. So again, this is about patchouli. Goes with a lot of things. It's not so good on its own, but when it's mixed with other things, oh, it's so nice. When it's marinated or when it's put with Chinese food, it marinates everything together. So what I want to say to you is maybe some outside collaboration. Been doing it 16 years. Oh, bless your heart. So this is maybe why it's feeling a bit stagnant and a bit like it's lost its purpose. You need to bring somebody else in, either a friend or some sort of business expert. What are the team worker things? Just bring somebody else in to bring fresh ideas, a fresh boost of energy, switch things up a little bit. Again, change can be scary, and I know it's your business and it's your baby, you don't want anybody else interfering, but there's obviously something that you're missing that maybe somebody coming in can bring. Okay, now I'm not saying make them a partner or give them 50% of the business or what, whatever's going through your head. You kind of need what's the word? Maybe a product booster, a product analyzer, somebody that can come in, look at the product. Maybe it needs spreading more over the internet, or maybe there's more advertising campaigns needed, something like that, to bring somebody in to help boost sales and to help boost the business. Okay, my darling, so make sure you look into that and see if you can bring back that sense of purpose that you had before by bringing in a fresh brain, fresh eyes. Everything always works better with fresh eyes. And once you've added that, things should get better. And you've got all them books on the shelves. Look, you've got all them pictures there. You've got all them bottles there. So bringing in a fresh face with fresh ideas and fresh energy will help boost things up a little bit. And again, it's about reaching out to the community. So maybe you can use your business to help the community. You scratch their back, they'll scratch yours, kind of deal, All right. I hope that helped, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Okay, let's see who's next. Okay, keep commenting, people, because we are on Facebook and on YouTube. YouTubers, I'm not seeing you, so if you're on YouTube and you would like a reading, please comment, because if I can't see you, I can't be drawn to you. So let's have a look. Hi Lorraine, hi Rachel, hi Julie, hi Joe, hi Kay Weezy, hi Michelle. Okay, let's have a look. Amanda Yates, let's come to you, my darling. Just let me take a drink, please. Oh, wrong side. I moved it. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, my voice has gone really deep. I don't know what that's about. Okay, let's see. Amanda, can you take a gentleman in spirit, please, that had a really deep voice? I don't know if you can hear it on screen, but I'm hearing it myself, and I'm a proper man's man with my voice at the moment. And whenever this gentleman was thinking, he'd scratch his cheek like this. I feel this would be either dad or dad's dad. I'm not quite sure. They're close, but they're not coming in really close. So I feel whoever that is, they knew you for a little while. But I want to say they didn't see you reach adulthood. Would you understand that? And he would sit and do this whenever he was deep in thought. And I feel you have the same trait. I feel like you're scratching your head at the moment because you've got so much going on, and everything's turned out like amazing. You just make one turn and you think you found the exit, and then you're blocked and you've got to go another way and look for another exit. Does that make sense? I feel like the whole world at the minute feels like a maze to you. And it's a maze that you're never finding the right exit for. What are you not sure about, my darling? There's a bit of a delay on Facebook, so because I'm talking so quick, you're going to have to be... You're not sure about the man, or you're not sure about... I want to say this would have been granddad. Yes, it's hard at the moment. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. Now, again, I'm not going to go into detail because I know this is a public forum, but I feel like despite trying to see the positive in things, it's getting harder and harder to see the positive in things because I'm being hit by the negative all around me. And what I want to say is you are very good at manifesting, my darling, and your thoughts are energy. And when you put them thoughts out into the universe hears them, but it can't differentiate between what it is you want and what it is you need. Okay? Yeah, I feel it. I felt it was Grandad, because I feel this gentleman didn't see you reach adulthood, or didn't see you grow into womanhood. I felt he died when you was young. Um, he's just I'm just listening to what he's saying at the moment. Sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet on you then. But I feel this is something that Grandad would have done. I feel he would have kind of made his point. He would have gone quiet, thought on what his next piece of advice would be, I want to say. And this is why he's come through to you today. He's come through because he wants to give you some advice. And he's saying you cannot solve the world and its problems. Okay, you can only deal with what our recently lost husband. Try not to tell me too much information, my darling, because it's down to me to tell you what they're saying and whether or not you can resonate. Okay, I don't want to be feeding off the information that you give me. I'm so sorry for your loss, my darling. Yeah, I want to say that you're finding it really hard to be positive when everything negative is around you at the moment. And this is all about changing your mindset. You never met him. That would make sense why there's a bit of a distance then, because he's not come really close, and I felt there was a bit of a distance. Okay, what have you come to say? Okay. He's saying you need, again, it seems to be the theme of the night, you need to acknowledge the feelings and you need to go through the stages of grief. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be upset, and it's okay to feel angry with the world, because they're all the stages of grief and you have to go through them in order to heal yourself. Does that make sense? But what I do want to say is he's concerned. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, and I'm assuming Grandad wasn't a doctor as well, even though I love the information from Spirit. He's a lovely, lovely gentleman. But he's saying you may need to go and speak to somebody, okay? Because this down moods that you're having, this mental I want to say mental crash. This is the way Grandad's putting it. And I'm feeling a really bad headache with Grandad. He's putting a really, I don't know if this is you that's having the headache or whether this is something that Grandad passed from, but I'm feeling a really bad pain on my right temple. I don't feel it's with Grandad. I feel this is you, because you've got so much going on in your head, and you've been trying and trying to kind of lift yourself up. You need a little bit of help is what he's saying, my darling, okay? So whether this is talking with a GP or going for some sort of grief counselling, or just sounding off of somebody that you trust about how you're feeling and what you're going through, I feel there's some intervention needed before it gets to the depression route, okay? And that's all I'm going to say on that subject, because like I say, we're on a public forum, but I do feel there's a little bit of depression creeping in. So if you haven't already spoken to somebody, I feel that you should be speaking to somebody, and once you start that process, you will start feeling a lot better, because you will start decluttering your mental emotions, your mental thoughts, your feelings. Everything will be, it's like a filing cabinet. And I said this to somebody the other day, your mind is like a filing cabinet, and when the filing cabinet gets messed up, it needs somebody to come along to take everything out of the filing cabinet and put it in some sort of order. And this is what I feel you need. You start to counselling, fantastic. This will help declutter your mind. So understand that things will get better, my darling, okay? Once you sorted out that mental mind and sorted out that mental filing cabinet, you will start feeling better. But even on a negative, there's always a positive, okay? Even if you've just managed to get out of bed for the day, That's a positive. Okay, you might not have got dressed, you might not have put your makeup on, you might have stayed on the couch all day, but you managed to get out of bed. If you've managed to get out of bed and get dressed, brilliant. Okay, you might not have made it outside, you still might have had a duvet day on the couch, but you did it dressed. Okay, so the little steps, be proud of the little steps that you're making, and don't think ahead to tomorrow. Don't look back on yesterday. Take each day as it comes. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror. Today is going to be a good day. Today I am going to set yourself one achievement a day to make yourself feel better. Doesn't matter when you do it. Okay, so today I'm going to make sure there's no pots in the kitchen sink. Done. And then you can be proud that you've achieved something, even if it's just one small thing. All right, my darling. I hope that helps. I hope you feel better soon. Things will pick up, so don't be disheartened. Make sure you go through these stages. Make sure this, you get what you need from this counselling, because it will help. Okay, and you will start to feel better. But start with one positive thought a day, and always wake up and think to yourself, today is going to be a good day. Okay. Yeah, trying to keep busy is just avoiding. It's okay trying to keep busy, but if you're keeping yourself that busy and not allowing yourself to acknowledge the feelings and not allowing yourself to think, the minute you do, it's like when an alcoholic drinks. An alcoholic drinks to ease the pain. When they come off the alcohol, when the alcohol runs out, it's a big drop and it's a big dip, and reality hits. And when the reality hits, each time it hits, it feels like a little bit worse. It's like a vicious circle, and you don't want to be getting into that vicious circle. So allow yourself time to think, allow yourself time to have them feelings and emotions. And I'm sure your counsellor will be telling you the same thing. All right, my darling. I've done my level 1 counselling, but I'm not a qualified counsellor. But again, it's about making sure that you acknowledge them feelings and just don't try and be positive. Don't fake it. If you can't be positive and you need to cry, cry. If you need to shout, shout. If you need to scream, scream. As long as you're not taking it out on anybody else and you're not hurting anybody else. If you need to sit and look at photos, sit and look at photos. If you need to cry to a song or a movie, then just do whatever you feel is right for you, my darling, that helps you deal with the emotions and get everything out. All right, my lovely. Big hugs. I'll send you lots of love and healing. Dad's saying, keep going. Things will get better. I'm always here. And I feel that if he hasn't already been visiting in your dreams, he will come and talk to you in your dreams. But he wants you to, go through the process, so he can feel comfortable coming through without upsetting you. Does that make sense? All right. I'll leave his love with you, my darling. I'll say thank you to him and thank you to you for working with me, and keep going. And just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It will get better. Okay, my darling? Thank you for working with me. Okay, I think I've got time for one more. I'm going to go a little bit extra because we had all that fuss and nonsense in the beginning. So I'll do another 5 or 10 minutes. It does clear the soul. Crying is very healing, K-Weezy. Very healing. Okay. Let's see who's next. Cornelia, let's come to you, my darling. You want some guidance? Okay, let's see. Let's see what guidance we can give you today. Now, I don't know if you like the Beatles, Cornelia, but I've just got the song Hard Day's Night for yourself. So I don't know if that song's significant or if it's just the Beatles, but yeah. It's been a hard day's night and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I know the things that you do will make me feel alright. I feel like you're, as I'm singing that song and hearing the words, they only let me go up to that point. So I do feel with yourself, Cornelia, there's a lack of sleep at the moment. There's a lot of overthinking going on. Your mind's going at 100 miles an hour. And you understand that. Thank you for that confirmation. But I want to say you're very much a home bird at the moment, and I feel like you're kind of isolating yourself. Does that make sense, please? Yeah, I definitely feel overworked. I don't know if you do work, physically work, or if this is just working things through in your mind. But I literally feel overworked and overwhelmed at the moment. Let's see what the cards give. I feel very quiet and very reserved with yourself. So I really do feel like I'm pulling, yes, isolating. Yeah, I really do feel like I'm pulling back from people. It's like, it's not through any anxiety or anything like that. I feel this is because you've just got so much going on in your heart and in your head. You can't deal with people at the moment. You can't deal with company. You just want to sit by yourself, work things through, do your thing without anybody in your ear saying you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Can't you do this? Can you do that? And this is I'm in Madeira, first time on my own. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you're working through quite a lot of things on your own mentally at the moment. Madeira, very nice. So I feel like this is kind of a reset for you, mentally, spiritually, physically. I just feel like it's a whole time for reflection, looking back on how far you've moved forward. But I want to say is you're thinking a lot about mistakes or regrets or things that you could have done and should have done differently. And I want to say to you, my darling, it's time to forgive yourself. Okay? Because if you put things into perspective and look back, you will see that whatever regrets and mistakes you're overthinking, it's almost like your heart was in the right place, the intention was there, the right good intention was there, and you was working with the choices that you had at the time. Okay, so what I want to say to you is let go of the guilt and forgive yourself, because part of growing up and part of our decision making and learning how to make good decisions is when we make mistakes, is when we have them regrets. We all could have done something differently in our lives. We all have made mistakes. Not one person on this planet has never made a mistake or regretted the way they handled something or situations. It's all a learning curve, and this is what it's about. Would you be the person you are now if you hadn't have made them choices, if you hadn't have made them mistakes? No, you wouldn't, is the easy answer to that, because it was part of your journey and it was a lesson that you had to learn. Okay? So what I want to say to you is forgive yourself and realize that, okay, yeah, maybe you could have handled things differently, but at that time, you didn't know any better. You know better now because you're older and wiser and you've learned from it, but you didn't know any better then. And again, the intention wasn't through malice or anything like that. The intention was good, and it was coming from a good place. Okay, so learn to forgive yourself, my darling. Reflect on it by all means, and learn from it, but don't let it define you, and don't let it wrap you up in guilt. And I feel this is a problem with you at the moment. It's all been wrapped up in guilt, and you need to let it go. And yeah, forgive others as well, because it normally when mistakes happen, or when you've handled a situation in less than a better way that could have been handled, it takes more than one person, obviously. So yes, forgive forgive others too. Okay. Now you don't have to do that out loud, you don't have to do that physically, you can do that in your own head. Send the thoughts out and forgive them in your heart. They don't have to know you forgive them, but for your own peace of mind. Okay, my sweetheart? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for peace, but you're looking for a soul peace, a soul self peace, okay, and a mental peace. But you're not going to get that by constantly going over old ground, okay? So you need to reground yourself. I know Madeira is a beautiful place. It's got some beautiful coastlines, I do believe. Get yourself down to the sea. Get your feet in the water. Let them waves wash over you. Let Mother Nature wash over your feet and cleanse your soul. Dig your toes in the sand. Breathe in that sea air, okay, my darling? But stop overthinking things, and this in turn will help you sleep. Get some amethyst. It's known as the sleeping stone. It also works for calming anxiety and overthinking and just general relaxation. And get some lavender as well. Let's see what the card brings up. Lavender's beautiful for sleep. It can be very strong. So whether you get potpourri lavender or fresh lavender, that's entirely up to you. But I do know the fresh lavender is very, very strong. You're right by the sea. There you go. So take as many walks as you can by the ocean. Take your shoes off. Let the waves roll over your feet. Breathe in that sea air and just meditate. Meditate by the ocean and feel the security of the shore as the waves roll back. Yeah, because you are secure. And you wouldn't be who you are now if it wasn't for the lessons that you'd learned. You've got some at home. That's brilliant. Okay. There you go. Recovery. This is what it's all about, my darling. That just confirms what I've said. You've got arnica, and arnica is great for bruises, for cuts, for inflammation. You've got the yellow there, for strength, for wisdom, for upliftment. Beautiful flowers, beautiful petals. And this is all about recovery, and this is what you need to do. It's about you going on a journey of self-recovery. Okay, my darling, but don't dwell on it for too long. You're doing the right thing. You're working on yourself. You're reflecting on yourself. But don't isolate yourself too much. It is okay to socialize, even if it's just going for a coffee with somebody, or maybe 2 or 3 girlfriends going out for lunch, or just inviting people round. Inviting people around for a coffee, or for a light lunch, or for a girls' night in, with wine, peanuts, and a movie. Just make sure that you do that self-recovery. Okay. Don't isolate yourself too much. You can spend time on your own, but you can also spend time with other people. But it's got to be when you're ready, and it's got to be when you're in the mood for it. Okay. So call up a couple of girlfriends, have a night in. You go to the Spiritualist church. There you go. So that will help as well. All right, but away from that, just make sure you keep a light social circle, a light social activity. All right, my lovely. So I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you. But please don't let the guilt define you. Don't, just let it go. Let it go, my darling, and forgive yourself. All right. Okay, that's me done. It's 8:20, so I've already gone over. I've made up for the time that we missed in the beginning. I hope everybody's enjoyed it as much as I have. Thank you to your loved ones in spirit for coming down and working with me. Thank you to my spirit team for helping me with this work tonight. Thank you for the energy from you being online and that connection with the cards. I will be back on Prism of Light on Sunday at 12:30, God willing, and the buses are running. Otherwise, I will see you on here next Thursday at 7:00. All right. God bless. Stay safe. Have a fabulous rest of the week and weekend. And I will see you next week. Much love, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.